Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards credit card. So I'm going to be going over the main features of this credit card, its pros as well as its cons. So hopefully by the end of this video you should have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card would be a good fit for you. Now, before I dive into the main features of this credit card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Also, if you would like to receive a few free stocks in the description box below, I will be leaving a couple of different links where you can receive just that. Okay, so jumping right into the main features of this credit card, starting out, you will be earning a $200 spend bonus as long as you're able to spend at least $1,000 in purchases within the first 90 days of having your credit card. That's right around $333 per month, which for most people would be quite doable. Now, as far as the cash back goes, this card has a few different tiers, so it will be 3% cash back in the category of your choice. So they do have a few different categories that you can choose from every single month. So every single month you can choose a new category. So the categories that you can choose from include gas, online shopping, dining, travel, drugstores, or home improvement / furnishings. Then whenever you go to wholesale clubs or grocery stores and spend at those places, you'll be earning 2% cash back there. And then on all other purchases, not in the category of your choice where you'll be earning 3% cash back, or the category where you'll be earning 2% cash back, on everything else you will be earning just 1% cash back. Now, I should mention here that the category of your choice, the 3% cash back category, as well as the 2% cash back category, which is grocery stores and wholesale clubs, you will only be earning 3% and 2% cash back on the first $2,500 that you spend per quarter, and then any amount over that, you would be earning just 1% cash back. Now, it's actually possible to earn even more cash back if you're a Bank of America Preferred Rewards member. So what this basically is a program by Bank of America where if you have an average daily balance in your Bank of America accounts or Merrill Lynch accounts over a 3-month average period, you will be on a different tier. So basically right now they do have 4 different tiers. So they have a gold tier. So the gold tier is having anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 in your combined average daily balance. The platinum tier is having anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. The Platinum Honors tier is having anywhere between $100,000 and $1 million. And finally, the Diamond tier is when you know you've really made it, because you'll have anywhere between $1 million to $10 million in your 3-month combined average daily balance. So why is this all important? Well, gold tier members get an extra 25% in cash back, so your 3% category of choice will then be 3.75%. Platinum tier members receive an extra 50% in cash back, so your 3% category of choice will be 4.5% cash back. And finally, if you make it up to Platinum Honors or above, you'll receive a cash back boost of 75%, which makes your 3% category then 5.25% cash back, and you'll be earning 3.5% cash back at grocery stores and wholesale clubs, which are categories that you would normally earn just 2% cash back in. Now, one of the other main features of this credit card is the fact that for the first 18 months, you will have a 0% intro APR in this card. So perhaps if you have a lot of larger transactions coming up, you could always put them on this card and slowly pay it off over time, and you won't have to pay any type of interest on the credit card. However, I would definitely be extra careful with this not to accumulate too high of a balance, because then after the 18 months, you will have to start paying interest if your card is not paid off in full. Okay, so now that I went over the main features of the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards credit card, I'm now going to take a quick dive into the APR and fees of this credit card, because that's obviously very much important as well. So as I just mentioned, there is going to be a 0% intro APR for the first 18 months starting out. However, after that, it will go up to anywhere between 17.74% to 27.74% based on your credit worthiness. For balance transfers, you'll also have a 0% intro APR starting out for the first 18 months. So if you have another credit card at the moment that has a higher interest rate that perhaps you're paying a lot of interest on every single month, you could perhaps consider transferring that balance on that card over to this card, and for the first 18 months, you will have a 0% intro APR on it. Now, I'm not saying this is something that you should definitely do. This is definitely not financial advice, but it is always something that you could consider. Of course, as it also mentions here, this balance transfer must be performed within the first 60 days of opening your account. Then after that, your APR will jump up to anywhere between 17.74% to 27.74%. Now for cash advances, which I would strongly recommend staying far away from, your APR will be up to 29.74%, and then you're also going to be hit with a fee of 3% of the amount of each transaction. Now, thankfully, while having this credit card, there are no annual fees, so you don't have to sit and wonder whether or not you're receiving enough benefits with this credit card to make it worthwhile of paying an annual fee, because there is no annual fee with this credit card. However, there is a fee for paying late, so you'll definitely want to make sure to pay on time. If you do happen to pay late, there is going to be a late payment fee of $40. Now, if you do happen to slip up and pay late for the first time or two, you could always try calling into Bank of America to see if they would waive that fee. Some card companies will waive the first fee or two. However, there are no guarantees, so you'll definitely want to make sure to pay on time. Also, this is a credit card that you'll probably want to leave at home if you happen to travel abroad, because anywhere outside the United States, there is going to be a foreign transaction fee of 3%. Okay, so now that I went over the main features of this credit card as well as the APR and fees, I'm now going to go into what I would consider to be the biggest pros and cons of this credit card. So I'm going to be starting out with the pros. So the biggest pro, in my opinion, is the fact that you are going to be earning at least 3% cash back in the category of your choice, and then 2% cash back at grocery stores and wholesale clubs. So this is pretty good. A lot of other credit cards out there on the market are only going to be earning you 1.5% cash back across the board. So if you go to grocery stores, wholesale clubs, or whatever your 3% cashback category choice is, with that other credit card, you would only be earning 1.5% cashback with. So with this credit card, you're going to be earning more. The second pro of this credit card is the fact that you will be earning a $200 spend bonus as long as you can spend at least $1,000 in purchases within the first 90 days of having your card. Again, this is going to be right around $333 per month, which for most people won't be too hard to hit. Also, there is a 0% intro APR for the first 18 months. So if you have a lot of larger transactions coming up and you want to pay them off slowly over time, this could be a good opportunity for you. And finally, there is no annual fee with this credit card, so you don't have to sit and wonder whether or not paying like an annual fee of $95 is worth it, because there is no annual fee with this credit card. Okay, so now that I went over the pros of this credit card, I'm quickly going to dive into the cons. Starting out is going to be that 3% foreign transaction fee. So if you do happen to travel abroad, you might want to consider taking another credit card with you, one that does not have a foreign transaction fee. Another con of this credit card, I would have to say, is the fact that anything not in your 2 and 3% cashback categories, you will only be earning 1% cash back in. So in all other categories, you might want to consider using another credit card, perhaps one that earns 2% cash back, like the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. But just to sum things up here, all in all, I would definitely say this is a pretty good credit card to have. Just the fact that you are going to have that 3% cashback category of choice is really solid. Then 2% cashback on groceries and at wholesale clubs is also pretty good as well. And then you have the 0% intro APR. And then of course you have that $200 spend bonus, which is pretty great as well. So I would definitely recommend getting this card. However, this may not be a perfect card for you, so I would always recommend looking into the terms of this card to make sure that it fits your personal finance lifestyle. But that's all that we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this review. If you found it helpful, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.